if we sort out the question of resource control, allowing regions controlling their resources, do you think that there will still be a clamor for restructuring?
If what happens?
If we sort out the question of resource control.
Yeah, if you sort out if the question of resource control is sorted out, there will also, I imagine, be the problem of representation, domination, etc. So there are various elements about which different groups are not happy. For some, it's restructure, is resource control. For others, is a feeling of being swallowed up by larger groups. For others, it's about representation and visibility. I'm sure you're familiar with the position of a state like Ebonyi in the southeast. Ebonyi State, for instance, would rather ask for abolition of Nigeria than to be swallowed up again in the southeast region as a larger group. So if you have equity in resource accruals, you have a balanced state with all the things working, there will still be minority groups who have issues. But let's go back to the time when nobody was protesting. When somebody represented Enugu State, the southeast, from, what do you call it, from, I think a man from Kano was the rep for Enugu, and several people like that. It was at a time when equity prevailed, when nobody was too focused on what he took, but on what he offered. So what went wrong? The answer to that question explains the crisis we are now trying to deal with, very unsuccessfully.
Just wondering, though, I mean, you listened to Alhaji Tanko Yakasai this morning. You also listened to the professor we had in Lagos and the different views that were espoused. What I did hear both of them say was a return to the 1963 Constitution.
Yes.
If that is the consensus, why do you think there seems to be so much rancor?
The point is that you can't wake up and make a television announcement and say you're going to the 1963 Constitution. This is a sovereign state governed by law. How would you do that? What would the judiciary say? The president cannot make such a proclamation. So what I understand him to be saying is that the provisions of the 1963 Constitution conduce more to the sort of thing they would want to see happening in Nigeria today. A return to it is a wish. It's not a matter you can table anyway. It's not about to happen. Because within that 1963 Constitution, you also have a federal structure that has a different formula that didn't have 40 local governments for Kano State, etc. And if I'm from Kano, you think I will start clapping for you? I'll say, no, no, no. Throw that thing away. Because with 40 local governments, apart from my allocation, each of the 40 gets something. But a state like Lagos, that's about the same population, gets less than half. Bayelsa, I think, has 8 local governments. So, and that's where oil comes from, or part of where it comes from. So they talk about 1963 Constitution. Excellent provisions as a document, but the political economy of the Nigeria of today make it absolutely impossible to even be contemplated as a possible reality.
Well, we have to thank you most kindly for coming on Sunrise Daily. Dr. Oke Ikechukwu, MNI, is the Executive Director, Development Specs Academy, a columnist, and also a former lecturer with the University of Lagos. Well, that will be all from our Abuja studios. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Maokwe Ogun is back to the crew in Lagos.
Well, yes, indeed. That's the show as well. Well, thank you for all your responses across the social media platforms. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Osal.
Thank you for watching. I'm Neo Taigwe.